In this video, I will demonstrate character formatting using the font group and the font dialog box. Let's get started. The font group is the go-to area to make our text come alive with color and other assorted effects. The font group is located on the Home tab. If you place your mouse pointer over a command, you will see a screen tip. The screen tip displays the name and a keyboard shortcut if available. So bold, keyboard shortcut, you can see in parentheses, Control B. Increase font, Control Shift, greater than sign. To apply formatting from the font group, you will need to select the text you want to affect first. So always need to select the text. Let me zoom out and we'll get started. Selecting Institute of Medical and Business Careers, just holding down my mouse and dragging. Let's start by changing the font size. I'm going to change it to 20 points. Pretty cool how there's a live preview. It lets you immediately see the effect. Next, changing the look of the text. That's the font. There's hundreds of font choices. You have some recently used fonts in no particular order, and then below that you will see all the other fonts in alphabetical order. I want Baskerville Boldface. I click on it. We can also change the case of text. You have the uppercase and the lowercase, and you have the symbol with the upper and lowercase letter A. I drop down. It's already been typed, but if I decided it looked better in uppercase, I can choose uppercase. Capitalize each word. You see lowercase, sentence case, and so another nice feature. Changing the color of text. That's the A with the bar. Again, live preview. We can make a lot of nice choices. I'm going to go ahead and move Spark Objectives over to the right-hand side. We'll talk about alignment in the next video. But because we have live preview going on, when I drop down, I want you to be able to see the live preview. So I'm selecting Spark Objectives, and I want to talk about some of the special text effects. So again, in our font group, I drop down on Text Effects. I'm going to simply mouse over. These are some word arts, and you're watching how the Spark Objectives are changing. I'm going to even increase the font size so we get a better look at that. So again, we see the changes. Below the word art, we could go and we could change the outline. And again, love the live preview. Just get to visually watch it happen. And when you click, you make your choice. Besides outlines, we could go to a shadow effect. We have some inner and outer shadows. I'm going to go right to reflections next. And so some really pretty neat effects that we can do to our text. And then we also have under the text effects some different glow effects. I'm going to go back and choose a reflection. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and select the word support. Again, let me change the font size just so we have a better look at things. Bold, it's a toggle. Click it once, it's on. Click it again, it's off. Same with the italics. Slant your text, on and off. Underline. With the underline, when you simply select it, whatever was used last, that's what's going to show up. There's also a drop down, and so if I wanted a single or a dashed, a wavy, I can go ahead and do that. I'm going to choose a thick. I drop down one more time. I can also affect the color of the underline. I want a red underline. Change the text to blue. Beyond the underline, we can see a strike through we have a subscript, and we also have a superscript. So let me go down to the bottom of my document. I have a keyboard shortcut to do that. If I hold down my Control key and hit End, I can go ahead and go to the bottom or the end of my document. So I want to demonstrate the subscript. I'm going to use the Chembers H2O. That's the chemistry element for water. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to subscript the number 2. So after I type it, I have it selected. And again, the X with the 2 below the baseline. That is subscript. There's also superscript. So if I wanted to type 1, ST, this one's built in, so if I just hit the space bar, I'm on my way. It put the ST above the baseline. If I want to do a mathematical, if I was interested in typing 10 to the 5th power, 105, the 5 needs to be superscript. So I'm going to go ahead and select the 5. Again, hit the superscript. Okay, and that's how you use the subscript and the superscript. Keyboard shortcut to go back to the top of my document is holding down the Control key and hitting the Home. Control Home takes me to the beginning. I'm going to select the word support, and I'm going to launch my font dialog box. To do that, right here is what's called the launcher, and when I click on it, a dialog box opens. You can change the font. We can do it here. We can do it here. I like to do it within the group because, again, I like the live preview. I like to see immediately what it's going to look like. You see the bold, the italic, you see the font size, font colors here, the underline, the color, again, went over it. So just a choice there. Some of the effects are in both locations. So the strike through, if I click on strike through, we have this preview which makes this dialog box nice so you can see the single line through it. We have the double strike through. Superscript and subscript, just 2 places to do the same thing. Small caps. It's small uppercase letters. So I'm going to choose the small caps. I'm going to hit OK. So again, just a little different effect. And again, you find that by launching the font group. Before I show you some other effects, I'm going to add some color. So this stands out just a little more. I'm going to make it italic. I'm going to make it bold. And if this is something that I wanted to use, and I wanted the word pride and awareness, responsibility, knowledge, if I wanted them all formatted the same, I could select it and go re-choose all of the formatting, or I could use the Format Painter. It's a pretty cool tool. So to use the Format Painter, the first step is to select the text that you want to copy the formatting. The Format Painter copies formatting. So I have my text selected. Again, if the mini toolbar gets in your way, you can just hit the Escape key on your keyboard. Once my text is selected, I double-click the Format Painter. My mouse pointer turns into a little paintbrush, and I can click or drag, and I'm copying the same formatting. And I'll grab Knowledge here. When I'm done using the Format Painter, I can simply click on it to turn it off. So a nice way to keep consistency in your document. There's one last character formatting that I'm going to share with you today, and that's going to be expanded character spacing. I'm going to go ahead and use the word Spark here. So I'm selecting the word. I'm going to launch the font dialog box, and I'm on the Advanced tab. So we were on the font, and I'm going to the Advanced tab. Under spacing, I'm going to go to Normal. I'm going to choose Expanded. And so you can really see the effect. I'm going to expand it by 6 points. I'm going to hit OK. And again, additional spacing between the letters. And depending on what you want to do, that can be an impressive effect.